We're in historic downtown St. Augustine on one of the oldest streets in America to continue our St. Augustine Eats tour. This is our series where we explore the ancient city, the oldest city in America, St. Augustine, Florida, and all the eats that it has to offer. Brittany here from Vivacious Views. I hope y'all are hungry because we are. We are headed to Prohibition Kitchen today. Prohibition Kitchen is a 1920s themed restaurant with a heavy theme to the Prohibition era. They do have live music nightly starting at 6 p.m. and the restaurant is set up with a split level. So there is a second story and the first floor here. We decided to eat at the bar today. Steven and I actually ate here before we even moved to St. Augustine. When we were first looking for a place to live, we ate here at Prohibition Kitchen, and I'll put the link to that video down in the description below if you want to check out the eats we had on that trip. They are serving up Gastropub fare style food along with creative cocktails, and they even have handcrafted milkshakes as well. So let's take a look over the menu. Starting with the small plates and snacks. That's actually what Steven and I got the night that we came in. We just got the charcuterie board, which I remember being very delicious, very tasty. And then Steven got the wings. I am a Southern girl, so I love a menu that has pork rinds and deviled eggs. Also, they do have some poutine, some crispy Brussels sprouts. They have the German style pretzel with that beer cheese dip, baked mac and cheese. And then they also do have soups and salads. What they are known for though is their craft burgers. I know that that's what I'm getting today, some sort of a burger. They do have the PK signature burger, whiskey barbecue, the bootlegger, ooh, that looks good. Triple mushroom, ribeye slider. Then they do have some sandwiches as well. The French dip, they do have a vegetarian option, the crispy flounder, short rib grilled cheese, and the Maine lobster roll. And then they do have the option for $15 to build your own burger and then just kind of add the toppings that you want on there. I do see they've got a roasted garlic aioli. I am an aioli girl. They have the dottle mustard. That dottle pepper is what St. Augustine is known for. I see an option to add pork belly, bacon jam. They have a house-made pimento cheese. Y'all know I am a pimento cheese girly. And then they do have the PK mains, the braised short rib, char-grilled ribeye, pan-seared salmon, and fish and chips. All of the burgers and sandwiches do come with fries, or you can upgrade to a premium side. They have dirty rice, sweet corn, loaded baked potato, mashed potatoes, broccoli, and country-style green beans. For dessert, they do have those handmade milkshakes that I was talking about earlier. They also do some floats, a rum bread pudding, some rum cakes, and then don't forget to ask about the dessert of the day. As I often do, I did ask the bartender what his favorite thing was on the menu. I suggest you guys doing that as well. I used to wait tables, I used to bartend, so trying things on the menu is kind of part of the job, and we always know what's good on the menu, so definitely ask your server, your bartender. Our bartender Alex today suggested the bootlegger burger. He said that was his favorite, and I was already looking at it anyway, so that worked out. Steven ordered the French dip sandwich, so we have put in our food order, and we got us a cocktail while we're waiting on our eats. Prohibition Kitchen has a create your own old fashioned. If you didn't know, that is one of my all-time favorite drinks, so had to build my own old fashioned today. I went with the St. Augustine Prohibition Kitchen single barrel bourbon, added the Peychaud's bitters, and lastly the Demerara syrup for a sweetener. This is a little bit sweeter than the normal old fashioned that I'm used to, but I do love a super sweet drink, so this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Here's a look over some of the other specialty cocktails that you can pick up. They also have a cocktail on tap that you can ask about and see what their seasonal cocktail on tap is. On the back here is the wine list. They do have a pretty good wine list here, along with some bottled canned beers and draft. They have a pretty big draft list and a lot of Florida beers here. This is the Dog Rose Roadside IPA. bartender said that this was the closest thing to a Bud Light or a Mick Ultra, which are my faves. I am a Bud Light Mick Ultra kind of girl. But they do have the Dog Rose Brewing Company, which is here in St. Augustine. You can do a tour of that brewery. And then here are all the drafts. They have a lot of different options for Florida beers, which I love that. The bar comes out kind of U-shaped here. Really cool design. And then the kitchen is the kind that you can see straight through, kind of see what they're doing, how they're making everything. And then they have the filling station, which is their hand-spun milkshake section. So that's where they're making the milkshakes and the floats. The food has arrived. This is the bootlegger burger. Smoked bacon, fried pickled green tomato, house-made pimento cheese, and arugula. It smells amazing. I love, love, love a fried green tomato on a burger. And then the pimento cheese as well. Melty pimento cheese, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. I'm gonna cut into this big boy. This burger is massive. This is a huge burger. All right, let's take a look at that cross section. Oh, perfectly cooked.
We're not gonna like straight to the middle.
These fries are more of that thicker cut, kind of like a steakhouse style French fry. I myself normally go for more of the shoestring style French fry, kind of like the McDonald's fries, but these are very good and they're seasoned very well. Steven went with the French dip sandwich, which of course I'm going to try. This is roast beef, sauteed mushrooms, Swiss cheese, buttered ciabatta, and it comes with an au jus dipping sauce. He also added the cheddar cheese soup instead of French fries, just as an additional dipping because we're dip people. Steven said I'm gonna love this au jus, so I'm gonna stick my French fries in it. Oh yeah, I love au jus. It is almost like a gravy, that au jus, and I am not mad at it. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. It's all messy. That is an exceptional French dip, and I'm going to tell you the main reason. It is that thick gravy-like au jus. I mean, of course, being from the South, love a good gravy, not to mention an au jus, but that one's thicker, and I like it. I am here for it. I mean, beef, cheese, buttery ciabatta, dipped in au jus, delicious. And this beer cheese soup has crumbled pretzel bites in it. So good. We ordered another Florida style beer as well. This is the Isla Morada Pale Ale from the Florida Keys. Again, this one is light, kind of similar to a Bud Light or Mick Ultra, but it has very citrusy notes to it, which makes it very refreshing on a hot Florida day. Now let's talk about one of the best burgers that I have had in St. Augustine, and I'm a burger girl, so you know that's saying a lot, y'all. Starting with that juicy, delicious beef patty. Then you've got that melty pimento cheese layered right on top that just kind of melts into that burger. That fried green tomato gave a little bit of crunch that this burger needed, while also adding the acidity to kind of cut through that juicy, salty fat. Speaking of salty, there was that crispy, crunchy, salty bacon that was just the cherry on top of the sundae to this burger. Seriously, one of the best burgers I've had in St. Augustine. We are going to be coming back, trying many of the other burgers that are on this menu. I see now why the locals told me I needed to try the burgers at Prohibition Kitchen. Such a delicious meal. And those French fries, they were those thicker cut kind of steak style French fries. They were seasoned very well. And then if you dip those in that au jus, or even get that beer cheese soup or the beer cheese dip that they have to go with the pretzel, makes the fries even better. So delicious meal today, y'all. It doesn't hurt to be able to try the different beers that are not just local in Florida, but local to St. Augustine. And then that scrumdiddly-umptious, build your own old fashioned. It's gonna have me coming in here trying all the different flavors every time I'm on St. George Street. We are definitely gonna need to-go boxes because that was a lot of food, my friends. A lot of food. Gonna be back soon for that make your own old fashioned because gotta try all the different ways. Oh, and there was a guy coming around taking pictures of people at their tables, or we were sitting at the bar today, so he came up and he took our picture. And then it does have a 10% off your breakfast or brunch at the Roosevelt Room, which is a partner of Prohibition Kitchen. He took a few different poses, and I think it was $25 for the large pictures, but we just went with this little freebie that he gave us, the little postcard. I love a good gastropub feel. The Prohibition era just makes this place seem like so much fun. The food was amazing. We're gonna have to come back for more of the burgers off the menu, also one of those handmade milkshakes. And live music at night. I've heard that it really packs out in here for the live entertainment locals play. But this is one that I could keep coming back to again and again, trying new things. Such a fun place. St. George Street is such a beautiful street. It is the second oldest street in St. Augustine, second oldest street in America. So lots of fun shops, lots to do. We actually have a video coming up of us checking out some of the shops, some of the fun down through one of the oldest streets in America. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming fun in St. Augustine videos. We love exploring the city that we moved to. Thanks so much for watching. I think all of y'all are a bunch of sweet peas. Stay vivacious, viewers, and we'll see you on our next video.